house, desperate for comfort. But not this time. This time, I intended to stay quiet and verify my suspicions with a prenatal test first. Just then, my phone rang. It was my brother in all but blood, Lucas Lane. I hesitated but answered. Ethan, he said urgently. I heard you and Grace are getting divorced. What happened? You two were everyone's ideal couple. Lucas had grown up with Grace. In fact, he was the one who had brought us together. It seemed Grace had already called him. I saw my chance and asked, did she tell you why she wants to leave me? Lucas sighed heavily. No, she just told me about the divorce. Brother, what's going on? You two have been married 3 years without a single argument. Are you really ending it? I fell silent. In my past life, I could never explain why Lucas's attitude had changed so drastically after learning Grace was pregnant. He had become distant and terrified, just like my wife. But in this life, he didn't know she was pregnant yet, or so I thought. I quickly changed the topic. Brother, it's a long story. I'll tell you next time. There was a pause. Then Lucas's voice turned sharp. Wait, is Grace pregnant? I froze, caught off guard. Before I could deny it, his tone grew frantic. Ethan, listen to me. Take care of yourself. I'll call you back later. Then he hung up. I called him again immediately, but the line was dead. Blocked. Exactly like before. In both lives. The moment Lucas found out about Grace's pregnancy, he cut all ties with me. Why? What was everyone so afraid of? Neither I nor Grace had mentioned her condition this time, yet Lucas somehow guessed it from a brief conversation. Was it instinct or something else? My hand trembled as I held the phone, my heart pounding. Then the doorbell rang. I opened the door and froze. My parents stood there carrying luggage. Dad? Mom? What are you doing here? They looked oddly uneasy. My mother stepped inside, clutching a bag of hometown delicacies. Her smile was strained. Ethan, she began softly, we came because we need to discuss something with you. I frowned. What is it? She exchanged glances with my father before continuing. You know your brother's already past 30. He's planning to buy a house in the city. A dull ache spread through my chest. So, you came here to ask me for money again? My voice was flat, but inside, a cold dread crept in. In my last life, this conversation had led to something far worse. My dad's eyebrows furrowed. What's your attitude? Isn't it your duty to help the family? Your brother is already 30 and still doesn't own a house in the city. And you, on the other hand, are living it up in the city, yet you don't even help him at all. Today we're putting this on hold. You must give your brother a down payment. 500,000. My clenched fists clenched. My brother has been lying around, living a lazy life, and now he wants money for a down payment on a house. No money, I said coldly. You? My dad's raised hand suddenly froze. Just then, Grace opened the door and peered over. When my mother noticed Grace, she suddenly gasped in shock and took 2 steps back. Grace, are you pregnant? Grace nodded. My mother suddenly froze and stared at me, her pupils widening, but she mumbled, unable to utter a single word. I frowned. Mom, how did you know Grace was pregnant? My mother's face was horrified, her thin, withered face pale. Even my father's legs went limp, nearly collapsing on the ground. The old couple, supporting each other, retreated several steps. I pressed on. Mom, how did you even know Grace was pregnant? My parents exchanged bewilderment, and my mother immediately forced a smile. Ethan, Mom, I've given birth before me too. How could I not have noticed Grace was pregnant? Good son, we don't have to pay for your brother's down payment on the house. You can keep these local specialties for Grace and enjoy them slowly. We're leaving now. My parents were about to leave in panic, but I quickly stepped in front of them. The old couple screamed and fell to the ground. Son, please let us go.
Dad was a little harsh just now.
You don't take it to heart. My dad almost knelt down in front of me. I stared down at them, a little anxious. Then tell me quickly, why have you all been so scared of me since Grace got pregnant? My mom didn't dare look me in the eye, her voice trembling. You'll find out when you take her for a prenatal checkup. Then my mom suddenly turned to Grace. We support your divorce. Run! Then Grace, no longer afraid of